Hey. So I got here the undead versus the elves. Let's see. Well, this matchup is pretty easy. Pretty easy with undead because of two archers, for example. So his plan is to defend versus the Dark Adepts. It's not the best plan. So this is hard with elves. Hard with usually any all of the faction is hard versus undead. So if you let the undead to get a lot of other adepts, it's impossible. So somehow you have to counter the adepts, a Wolves Fighter Mage, something like that. A mage because you counter the Deathblade ladder. If you don't have a mage, then the ladder easy on front line. So I can play my ladder easily on the front line if I want to get a stronger ladder. So this is very easy with Undead. The 2 archers, very easy. I tried with massive fighters versus the Undead, very hard, also very hard. So it's hard to stop the Undead to get that many Dark Adepts. So usually early on or in the middle of the game there are 6 or 9 Dark Adepts and 2 Ghouls. That's the setup with the Undead, very easy. 2 Ghouls, 6 Adepts, very easy. And then later on 9 Dark Adepts or 8, very easy. Well, I didn't get a Ghoul because I don't want to defend versus this. It's very easy. So I don't want defensive. I don't need the defensive units here because it's very easy. So it's very rare in the West Note you have easy game. It's very rare. Well, so what's his plan? Basically healing all the time and just go with less units than me. That's his plan. That's pretty hard. Possible, but pretty hard to make it. So go with less units. That's his plan because he have the healing. So the ladder is healing. So it's not that bad. Well, with many versus these many Dark Adepts, you don't want to feed them too much. So less units, try. But at the end, and he's not marksman, just defensive unit ranger. So at the end, the magic is much more stronger. than these 3 units. Well, just in case I get a ghost, but really not important here. It's 3 arches, so pierce damage. Ghost is resistant, but 3 arches, ghost can die. So the ghost is not really good here, but there's a shield unit, so I wanted a shield unit, so that's all. Possible to play the ghost. Maybe the ghoul is better because cheaper, so the ghoul is better here because, and now he get mage, which is not good for me. The 1 mage is not dangerous, but anyway, it's too late. For example, to go with 4 mage or 3 mage, it's too late. Because there's already the dark sorceresses. It's too late to go with mages. So all of the matchups is 9 adepts, 2 ghouls. That happens always. It's hard to defend. So if you let the undead reach that 9 adepts, it's game over for you. Usually. Six adepts easy sometimes. 6 adepts. Sometimes there is some strategy, 2 adepts only. Just 1. You have just 1 lich and 1 dark sorceress and you win without magic. So with undead, a lot of strategy possible. Let's see, I have 3 units, 7 units here. I have more than 7. It's 8, 9, I guess 9. So 7 units versus 9. But he don't have magic, just 2 units. Which is not much. Versus 7. Versus 6 or 7. How many I have done? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 dark adepts. 8 dark adepts is huge. You cannot defend versus 8 dark adepts. Impossible. There are 2 rangers on front line, yeah, maybe. With full of HP. 100 HP, I don't know. Alright, you make 1, then the second. How can you make the second ranger? So it's really hard, the strategy what he choose. How to make the second ranger to be that strong like him. How to make it. With fighters is also very hard. So you cannot retrieve that many fighters, because that many So it's pretty hard. And maybe the only strategy here, you get many fighters because cheaper than the walls. You get many fighters and then you put pressure later on. Early on you cannot put pressure with fighters. No magic. This is a possible strategy. You get a lot of fighters and you retreat them somehow when the Dark Knight is coming. So it's very hard. Very hard anyway. Because where you need fighter and mage, exactly. Because the Dark Adepts will take these squares, 60% defense, 60% defense the village. Maybe it's 50% the forest. 60% here. So you get a lot of fighters and mage and you retreat. Maybe 2 mage or 3. The rest is fighters. And then you retreat always when the Dark Knight is coming. It's possible strategy, just hard. So you choose with few units. Let's see. But survived. The fighter survived. The ranger is weak, so there's another ranger coming here, and then so this wave is the few unit strategy worked. This wave. Yeah, look at this. It's a very good idea. Just not easy. Basically luck need. Luck need versus 70% chance to hit. You rely on luck. 1 fighter. You don't have 3 fighters or 6 fighters to destroy all of the Dark Adepts. 6 fighters maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's not enough. 6 fighters. So, yeah. Not easy. So basically Ranger it wasn't a bad idea at the start. Then you go with massive fighters. Possible, huh? Walls, but walls is expensive, so you want fighters. Well, this matchup is usually very easy with undead. Too easy. Now this is the crucial night, the critical night. Look at this. This is 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 9. How can you defend versus 9 or darker? That's just impossible. Even if I have bad luck, I don't hit here. Just easy. Basically, the Lich is a bit expensive. Expensive to get later on the enchantments. Lich. Maybe the draining is not a big deal. But the Lich do more damage than the Necromancer. So the Necromancer is safer. Because versus mages, the Necromancer is safer, for example. The Lich is pretty good. There are some fighters and the Lich can get a lot of HP, so it's very good versus fighters, the Lich. If you have Lich on the front line, you just have to kill the strongest fighter, and the rest is easy. So that's the big advantage of Lich versus the fighters. It's very good. So here, not many fighters just coming too. I don't know. Doesn't matter what I choose, Necromancer or Lich, they're both perfect choice because both have some advantage. Now free mage. Too late. At the start it's hard, but at the start you don't have 60 gold. Usually 4 mages only, so it's possible to play 3 mage and 1 fighter. Possible. 3 mage, 1 shaman. It's possible. But you don't want shaman here, you have a druid already. I don't know. What's the best start? With the elves it's very hard. Some bad luck here, but it doesn't really matter. So the Lich is taking a lot of damage. At 2 units. Less. I lost 1. It was possible actually. Don't put a unit here, just unit here. I don't know. It's just 2 units, but the ranger is strong, so I didn't count that ranger is too strong here. Well, not a big mistake, a reasonable mistake anyway. So I said rather Dark Adaptive than the Ghost, because the Ghost that day easy with mages, too easy. Yeah, so it was better, I don't know. But then Ghost died, it's 20 gold. 91. So I count with one loss on this turn, the last turn. And I said not the ghost, rather dark adept. Well, it's a slow works, seems like. But it's just day. At night, you cannot slow everybody at night. Just, that's the problem with this slowing strategy. So, it's a good choice anyway, what she have here. Just hard. The man is down. The can slow also. Well, the ranger do a lot of damage, but I can manage this. So the AI didn't go for this. Because the deal damage here, it's more. More. That blade deals more damage here than here. Okay. So that's the AI's thinking line. But it's 60%, this is 40% ghost. Okay. Alright. Well, it's hard to save that fighter, so it doesn't matter really. Alive or dead, but the AI deal damage here rather than here. Okay, maybe that's better than kill this unit and ghost on this unit. So yeah, it was better. Try to kill this. Because more damage. Yeah, it was better. Usually you have problems with this unit on the mountain, but undead with magic don't have problem with this unit. Oh, it's very easy with undead. Well, 10 woes is not that easy, to be honest. Oh, just 8. It's possible to play the F like this. You save 60 gold at the start, so you start with roses. Maybe you start with fighters, doesn't matter. Then the rest is ghost. Woes, not woes. So you start with fighters, then woes. But you need to meet somehow at least or two. It's really not easy with the F. If there are woes, underneath the ghost. Maybe 2 or 3. So ghoul is not perfect, ghost is better versus the woes. So it's a bit more complicated. But still possible with undead. Wose Mage. Wose Mage is very hard with ghosts. If you have ghosts, Wose Mage coming, it's very hard. Alright, well, that was it. But very expensive Wose Mage. So you have to level carefully.